What's good? It's your boy Tad Money, and today I'm gonna talk about the bleed hand path, the path of dark red magic. Oh man, I'm thinking about the crying hand path for some reason, but let me explain about the bleed hand path and the path of the path of dark red magic. Now the bleed hand path is basically people who love cutting, love blood, people who just love blood in general, like cutting animals, cutting yourself, like anything that you like to do, cutting. You know what I'm saying? Cutting the skin or anything like that. That's what the bleed hand path is, and it's really based upon slaughterism. And slaughterism, you slaughter animals and stuff. You kill them, shed their skin, and all that other shit. But people who like doing, slaughtering and cutting and all that shit, the bleed hand path is for you, which is dark red magic. With dark red magic, it enlightens the blood field that's inside of you. Like you obsessed with just the taste of the blood, or just cutting yourself in general, or just getting blood out in general. Because when it comes down to it, the bleed hand path is all about obsession of cutting and slaughtering, but really cutting yourself, and just love seeing blood, love to see someone bleed or see yourself bleed. And that's what the bleed hand path is obsession with the blood, obsession with the liquid of the blood. Now, and there's a lot of paths that I created that's really out there and sick and crazy. And I'm gonna push a lot, on this YouTube and on my channels and stuff to really put it out there, because when it really comes down to it, the bleed hand path, the path of dark red magic, it's all about blood. It's all about worshiping blood and worshiping slaughtering and worshiping cutting. It's all that shit. If you love cutting yourself and you can't help it, but you love it, the bleed hand path is for you. If you love slaughtering, killing animals, the bleed hand path is for you. It's all about the work of the blood and worship of the blood. So that's what the bleed hand path is all about. There's many other paths I'm gonna put out, but at the same time, I don't want to repost a video or something that I already put a path on. So I gotta go through my color sorcery playlist to see how many paths I put out there so far. Cause you see, I got marijuana glasses, and I don't keep up with my own track of videos and my own track of what I'm putting out there. I don't check them on my notebooks. I don't do all that. So when it really come down to it, the bleed hand path, the path of dark red magic, is for those who are obsessed blood. People who are obsessed with blood. You know what I'm saying? If you're obsessed with blood, this path is meant for you. This path is for you. You know what I'm saying? So the bleed hand path is really just something that's gonna bring something amazing. Color sorcery itself is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Because turning everything into a form of magic or a form of worship. Alright, if you check out my color sorcery playlist, even though I don't give explaining full details because I'm not behind the philosophy of the path alone. I'm only the philosopher of giving it a name and giving it a color that fits the name. You know what I'm saying? Because my main path is the ganja hand path, or so the hemp hand path put together is the piehead path, the path of bud and dark bud green magic, which is cannabis white magic and cannabis black magic. I'm considered part of the cannabis black magic, which I like to call dark ganja sorcery. So when it really comes down to it, though, the bleed hand path is for those who are obsessed. So I know I'm repeating myself. I want to make it very clear what it is, because I don't come up with the philosophy for it. For those who know they're meant for that path, and I know so many paths that are meant for that path will become of that path. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was put on this earth for, and that's what I was meant to do. Is to just make this world not make America magical, but making the whole world magical for all the mystics, sorcerers, and neo-pagans. And that's what I'm about. And that's what I put out. So it's your boy Sam Money.